Okay. I think we're good. I think everything's working. All right. There we go. All right. Oh, Customer C, how's it going? Alexander, how's it going from New York City? Nice. How's it going? Audio, everything coming through okay? Computer was being a little slow on some updating, so just a couple minutes behind. No major deal. Red Rooster, how's it going? Sweet. All right. Well, Sean, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Yeah, took a little bit off. Was had some stuff going the last couple Thursdays, so I was just taking some time back. So we are good. Buckshot, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Theron, yes, I had to get a haircut for the wedding this weekend, so we did get a haircut finally. It was about time. And we had just been busy getting the last few bits of everything going and underway. Whew, excuse me. Saw over the last couple of videos, went through class 1, 2, and 3. Everything there is rocking and rolling. I need to get some more drive time in with the class 1. We took it out last weekend, but it was significantly muddy still, so class 1 just stayed in the truck. Johnny here. Crawled in Central Park, not liking the droop setup on my LCG. What do you got running? Shock, stuff like that. I do all of mine are basically in droop. Not full droop, but they're more in the droop setup. Lizards. Yeah, I would I would try some different shocks. Like I said, I've used them before. I still have a couple sets here and there when I just am like putting a build together and stuff like that. But as far as like performance-wise, stuff like that, definitely not the best. They will do, but yeah, they will do. But the tuning on those with the different spring rates and stuff, they're pretty hard to tune because you got to take them all the way apart and stuff like that every single time. I think 2660s are still on like significant like unicorn status. DraftTech shocks and the works big bores, even taking like some element shocks or 4-shot shocks and just doing like a mini T spring mod here with a 3D printed spring cup and the springs there. These shocks will just do so much better, and they're better to tune and stuff like that. They're easier to tune as you can just swap off the spring there and stuff like that. Customer C, got new chassis for my C3, brain scale high-low, and or drive shafts length. Nice. Heck yeah. Sounds like solid there. SX103 shocks. Are they the portal RTRs? Because those would be the 90 millimeters, and yes, those would work too. I have done that video on that mod, 2 stock 10.3 shocks. Definitely the 90 millimeter ones don't get the straight axle conversion ones because they're like 100 millimeters and they're a touch too long. Alex, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Portal RTR, then yeah, those would be the 90 millimeter ones. So yeah, I would pick up some low C mini T springs. In the works makes some 3D printed stuff to convert those. Has the cup to hold the spring and the other side of that as well. So quick, simple, and they work pretty good. And figure out how to install my winch. Yeah. I think they make a mount or something like that. I'd probably have to. Are you going servo on axle or chassis mount? If you're going chassis mount servo, they have a dual servo mount that's specifically for their chassis. If you're going servo on axle, then yeah, you'll have to just see what people are running on that setup. Yeah, no problem. Alexander, anything, anytime we can try to help, we can. Oh man. So yeah, like mentioned, missed the last couple weekends. Had some stuff going on first Thursday, and last Thursday we had a work trip. After work, we all went to the range and had a very good time. And we went through a significant amount of pew pew, but I knocked some things off of my bucket list. Knocked out the BMG 50 cal suppressed. It was awesome. I moved. It is a far bigger gun than it's a big gun. Knocked out some full auto and suppressed, so it was a great old time. I knocked quite a bit of stuff off my bucket list. I've always wanted to shoot one, $35 a round to shoot, but it was worth it. Customer C, servo and axle front mirror. Yeah, you're just gonna have to. I haven't set up any of those. I don't know what they use for that. I don't know if they have a mount that they recommend, but I mean, I'm sure it's been done. So you'll just have to search around on the Brazen pages or something like that. Yep, that's how much it was. But you didn't have to do the actual, but with this one, you just paid for the round. You didn't have to actually rent like the gun, like the saw. We had to pay for the rental, for the gun rental, and then we had to pay per belt. But with the 50 cal, it was just per round. So not as, I mean, yeah, still up there, but didn't have to pay for the 50 and then the rounds. You just paid for the rounds. So it worked out pretty good. It was a good time. That was a blast. We all fired it suppressed, and at the very end, our host he fired it unsuppressed, and that was a force. Just feel the shockwave was pretty awesome. But in the meantime, I don't know if this little guy was on here last time, but I did pick up one of these little the FMS FJ Cruiser, and it is pretty super fun. Working headlights, has high beams and low beams, hazards, turn signals, brake lights. This little dude is a blast. Took it out this weekend. The kid just drove it around. Actually, need to charge it up for him because they drove it till it didn't move anymore. So this thing, super cool. But picked that up. Tower Hobbies had all the Tower and A-Main and Horizon all had the FMS stuff on sale. This was like, these were like $120. Normally like what, 160 or 180. So kind of couldn't pass that one up. Went ahead and went for it. Brett, I am getting one of those for sure. One, I'll just get the whole thing, but I definitely need to grab a couple of those bodies because they are longer too. What he's referring to, the Tundra body, Kyosho is making a TRD Pro Crew Max road car, drift car, and it's a little bit of a longer wheelbase, so the body I think will be able to fit on some of those. So I definitely have to get that because I have to make a replica. Alexander, I did it for free when I was in the military. Yes, that definitely counts there. Yeah, that was just cool. And said it was definitely needed. It just felt good getting out there and just relieving some stress and all that stuff. Felt great. Chainsaw, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Red Rooster, love the FMS FJ. Wish it had aftermarket support the 24 does. Yeah, I think it'll I agree, but at the same time, I don't think I'm planning on getting that much perform like I would a 24. Definitely need to get up some wheels and tires for it. They make the RC 4-wheel drive has the little baby Black Rhino armory wheels, so um, definitely want to pick those up for it. Chris Hardson finally made it. Sent you some pics of a new project. Pretty stoked so far. Team Garage Jack Titan Element Spectrum 2-in-1 crawler combo round RC stealth motor Ford mode. Nice. I will check messages here after a bit. Brett. Yes, I will check those here just a second here. Brett, what's a good class 1-ish Lexan body? I really have nothing on that one. I prefer and only run hard body on class 1. We're having a bigger local comp here at the end of the month, and I've set the rules required. Class 1 is a hard body. Didn't go over. Actually, everyone was okay with it because it is what it is. In our bigger events here, like Crawl Palooza and King, Missouri, they require hard body. But I mean, Lexan wise, I mean, depending on your wheelbase, there are options out there. The Samurai's short wheelbase, about that 11.4 range. Any of the Pro Line bodies, all 12.3. And the Pro Line bodies are generally wide enough to cover tires and stuff like that. Carlos, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Alex, here, the J Concept Scorpios are coming next week. I'm so excited to install them in dual stage film. Nice. I've always seen a few sets of those at the hobby shop and everything. Just never picked them up. Customer, what wheelbase would you think of 12.3 12? I like 12.5. If it's class 3, you're gonna want to go longer. You're probably gonna want to go 12.8, somewhere around there. Both of my class 3s, they're like 12.8, 13 inches. I think Tristan's is just a hair over 13. But I mean, I run 12.8 on my class 2, or 12.5 on my class 2. My class 3 significantly longer. Brett, got the holiday buggy and started it. It's not holding up. I'm out of ideas. Oh, you got it and stretched it and it's not holding up. Oh, that I don't know. Oh. Yeah, I'm out of idea. I'm not the body guy. Maybe some thicker styrene reinforcement, or what you could do on the inside, take some like thin, not super thin, but get some like aluminum, get your styrene and everything in place, and get you like an aluminum bar, like 1/4 inch or 3/8, and then cut it, good little width, and then put, 2 or 3 holes, one on each side, and then connect hard body side of it that's original hard body on the inside. You just have a couple bolts from the outside. They're there, but that might help give you some strength and reinforcement. Chris, it's going to be a dedicated class 2 on the hard body Yoda from Filthy Customs. I can't. Nice. Sounds like a solid start. I'm running Air 44s too, not portals. Yeah, but still, I mean, with class 3, you can go bigger. You're gonna most likely want to go bigger tires too. Class 3, I think the preferred wheelbase in class 3 is 12.8 to 13.1. I think someone mentioned first and second place in nationals in class 3 was a 12.8 and a 12.81 and 12.83 wheelbase. So class 3, it's just, especially with the rear steer, stuff like that, and the option to run bigger tires. Definitely, I like the longer wheelbase on class 3 for sure. Most definitely. But in the meantime, we have been getting some work done, stuff like that. Said we got the class 1, 2, and 3. They're ready to go. Hard body is back on class 2 because we are doing a Sorka comp here at the end of the month. And I know we have seen that in the update video, but I'm liking that Lexan body there, so that'll go on after. our comp here, so I get more back into the prep for the other last few events and stuff like that. And I have picked up another one because turns out the kiddo really likes it. So picked up another one for him, and we're gonna get going and put it on his Class 2 truck because he wanted it. So we're gonna change it up, and plus that Stampede was pretty narrow. Getting his tires to tuck in enough to get it legal, it was very questionable. So this one is plenty of width, so don't have to worry about that. I was thinking about getting 2.2 5.4 tires for it since I'm smaller gates and AR44. That's right. You have the weird rules. I don't even know if I wouldn't even mess with a Class 3 with 11-inch gates. I don't think I'd do it because you're not getting the full potential of the Class 3. The Class 3 is the monster. It's supposed to have all the things. So, yeah. But I mean, that's your area though, so that whatever. But 2.2 5.4, yeah, that's that 5.2 to 5.4 tire range. That's where it is. My tires, when they get here, they'll be 5.25, 1.9 width, stuff like that. So that's right. You have the weird rules there with the narrow gates and stuff. Ivan, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Chris, any suggestions on getting that hardbody Yoda? I'm trying to make it like super bright white paint job. I'm getting super bright white. I mean, you could probably try to mess with some like the white on it and then try to go over it with some of like the holographic bright, the backing. That should add some flair to it over the outside. Other than that, I don't know how you just in the white more other than putting some sparkle, some flake in it. That's about all you could do. Like get it all white and then take the little bit of like the lame flake Tamiya can and hit it with that, something metallic just to make it sparkle just a little bit more. That's about it. Carlos, have I missed any chat on the actual base camp? I'm not hooked on buying one yet. Mine should be here tomorrow or early next week. As soon as they released it, I went down and had them put my name on one. I was sold on that one from the start. That is what, for the 10.3, that has been needing to come out for a while, and that was one I'm very excited for because the rest of the 10.3 sucks. It just does. The transmission's hot garbage. It just is. It's loud. It's not geared correctly. I have with every 10.3 transmission. So this simpler one, I'm excited for it, and I don't feel bad when I take a $100 licensed Jeep body and throw it in the trash because I don't like to run the Jeeps. I ran the Gladiator for as long as I could handle it until someone gave me an offer for it, and then the whole truck went. I don't like Jeep bodies. I don't like the Ford Bronco body. It's awkward. So base, I can put whatever body I want on it. I already have my body picked out for it. It's cut. I just need to get the truck here, put it on there, and then mark it and get it painted. But yeah, I'm super excited about that one. I already have, it's actually what we're working on right now, wheels and tires for it. When it gets here, I already have, I have a motor already, and I picked up an EST, one of the ISDT 70, ESC 70s. I've seen them for a while. They went big on some of those videos, and they've just been hard to get. Well, they pop back up, so I got one. I just wanted to try it because they're, everything I've watched, they're a very nice ESC for $25, $30 with a Bluetooth adapter. So we're going to rock that for a little bit until I can get some access motors ordered and until I can get my hands on some micro Mamba X2s because they're also hard to get right now. But yeah, I'm excited for the base camp, and we'll get going on it. I'll go over some of the basic stuff. I was just going to do some basic things on it, but then I already had these coming, and these, they're not all brass. That is gold. The diff cover and the knuckles are brass, but the rest of it is gold anodized. So those came out pretty sweet. These were going to go in class 1, but I'm going to hold off on going full metal on the class 1 for right now. So these are probably just going to go straight to the base camp. Electronics, steering, servo, everything else is ready to rock and roll body. So enough to make it me, but all towards the performance side of it. Paul here. Question: if I had one set of AR-45 straight axles and one set of AR-45 portals, and wanted to do a class 1 and 2, which axles for which class in your opinion? I would do the AR-45 portals for class 2 and the straight axles for class 1. I'm still, and plus I'm also still not decided on my portals for class 1. I think it's just I've driven the class 1 with straight axles for so long, and plus Team GarageHack has new axles coming out, and they're going to hit my fancy. But yes, that's what I would do. I would do the AR-45 straights for class 1 and the portals for class 2, and call it good. Customer C, it's that or travel 8 or 9. Yeah, fair enough. That's, you know. As for Carlos, as for the bright white, to me it makes a bright white 2 coats that, then a base white. Oh, okay. Well, I may have to look at that because actually I have a white paint scheme in the work, or that's what I'll be working on. So I'm actually going to get kind of experimental with some bodies here. So I'm going to try a few things. I have a good idea of a paint job I got for the base camp, and then working on the kiddos here, kind of like I have the honeycomb stencils, just like mine. So we're going to do that. And so mine is silver gunmetal to black. We're going to do his gold silver to black. So that way they also match his gold wheels. So that'll work. And then we'll be getting most of another Phoenix. Everything minus the axles. Here, actually, probably tonight after the stream, we'll be good to go on that. And I will be putting that together for the kiddo because he just doesn't have like a stock rig. Like this weekend, we were out playing in the mud and everything. Like he had his 2 comp trucks and the BGR Wraith. The other Wraith just went out and did whatever. But I was like, man, he really didn't just have a go-to run-around truck. So been looking for kind of stockish, and my buddy has a Phoenix kit that he had got with no axles, and then ended up picking up a complete Phoenix local as well. So he doesn't need the rest of the extra Phoenix, and I wanted to build him a stock truck, and it has a clear body on it, and I want to do another body. So I'm going to get his Phoenix. I'm going to put my body on his. I'm going to paint up a new body for mine, and then I'll probably do some Pro 44 offset axle in the front and a normal AR-44 in the rear for him, and call it good. Yeah, Paul. Yeah, those Team GarageHack axles. That's one of the reasons I'm not putting those on yet. I want to see the rest of the Team GarageHack wheel axles. I think Chris is coming down at the end of the month for our comp. So if he is, he's probably running them. So maybe I'll see him if he is, or at least ask about him. But yeah, those are pretty. I think if those come out and everything else lines up properly, I will probably get a set of those, and they will go to the class 1. I'll pull the portals right out for those axles. Narrower, offset, everything's going to work better. It'll be nice and tucked. I think pin to pin was like 6 or 7 inches, super narrow. So definitely excited to see the rest of those come out. Kiddo wants a cheap. Where's the Shoyo body? For comping, I'm on Lexan bodies. I'm okay because other than the cliffhanger or cutting up other bodies, there's not many Toyota bodies that fit a good comp cut option. Obviously, yes, there's a cliffhanger, but I'm liking pinch front boat sides more. The cliffhanger is pinched and dubbed, so I can't do boat sides. I can't cut it. I can't get it lower and keep it legal. So I haven't been running the cliffhanger. I have 2 of them clear in a bag over here. And I have another Toyota body, but it's going on another truck, and I've had one comp cut before and I didn't like it. I didn't like the way it looked. So for comp bodies, Lexan comp bodies, I'm okay with just running some generic things and just cutting the crap out of it. Hard body though, we still good old trusty ugly cut Hilux. Eric, is there a big difference between the KLR crawler comp red versus gold? I haven't messed with the new ones, the new comp specs, but as far as I know, they should still be the same as the normal OGs. These guys right here. And yes, the red are softer. They're much softer. So they do wear faster. If you're in a hot area and you have hot rocks all the time, get golds. Golds do better in the heat. Just same thing with like the Predator compound with Proline. If you're in desert areas, hot rocks, stuff like that, you don't want to run Predator. You want to run the G8 because the Predator just gets too soft and just slides. Whereas the G8 may be normally stiff, but on the hot rock, it's going to be perfect. So I prefer the golds myself. Unless your area doesn't get hot and it's cold or chilly all the time, then get reds. Like wintertime, I will run. Wintertime, I change out. If I have some KLRs, wintertime, I put on some reds, just for wintertime, so the tire does work better in the cold. Customer C, Brett from Praise and Scale actually send me the carbon fiber high-low for my C3 now. Time to do a giveaway on my carbon fiber V3 rails. Nice, well, that'll work. Chris, how's your Titan come along? I did not ever end up getting a Titan. I wanted to. I still would like to pick one up, except I actually don't have an element that it would fit on now, because the Night Runner is gone. That's news. Yeah, I've been moving some trucks around just because I like the building and stuff like that. So I've been moving trucks around, working on the next build, and going from there. I do have the giveaway build here. It's basically just waiting on the next few things, but I have plenty of times on stuff like that. So yeah, plenty of stuff to do on that. Waiting on just the tires for the class 3, and it is done. The wheels are here and everything like that. So yeah, Dark Horse Garage, congrats on the comp. Which one? I've done a couple cash comps since Nationals. That's basically been it. But we do have a big one coming up here next 2 weeks. So should be good. Should be very, very good time. So in the meantime, okay, those are rear tires. These are front tires. Oh, Nationals. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Nationals was that was fun. That was so much fun. I'm ready for next year already. That was a blast. He said, hopefully. Actually, I don't care where it's at. I'll be there either way. East Coast, West Coast, Midwest. I will be at Nationals for sure. So I won't have to worry about that. So, ooh, stickers. Good. I needed more. So these are the tuning discs for the anti-foams here. And I got gold this time. I was excited. It's a mystery. You don't pick which one you order. You just order them and then you get, pink, red or gold, or black or gold. And this time I got gold. So I was actually pretty excited about the gold. And these, I have the dual stage anti-foams in here. So these just go on. I put them on the inside. Here. Now these really fit really well with wider wheels, wider tires. Like J Concepts tires, they're a wider tire, and they do seem they can be a bit taller. So, and I am pairing them with the 105s, which are just a little bit wider 1.9 too. So everything goes in good there, and we'll call it. What wheels would you go with for 2.2? I thought about boom racing wheels, but I can't decide on what wheels. Super shafty. The Ospreys 2.2s. They're a sweet wheel, good colors, narrow. They have offsets. Performance-wise, this is the better wheel, for sure. I've wanted those for a while. Like I said, I based my entire Class 3 off those wheels. So, but I did see Boom Racing does have 2.2s now. So that is an option as well because they have the adjustable offset. Before you install them, do I have a set of dial calipers to see how thick the gold inserts are? Good question. Let's go millimeters. 4.7 millimeters. Yeah, 4.7 millimeters is how thick they are. And I mean, they fill up the tire and everything else really good. Oh no. For the wider wheels and wider tires. So definitely good there. And that I already do have them in my comp tires. And I've had the dual stage with the tuning discs in the Tusks for since I got back from nationals. With people building G-Shots on 2.2s and the popularity of them growing, why don't people just build Sporties instead? It's a different world. I mean, Sporties will still hand it to a good true Sporty will hand it to the best built scale truck on a chassis. It's just, I mean, unless you're like cutting the end of your rails and everything else off, I mean, a scale crawler should never even be in the same realm as a comp crawler. And I mean, it's different rules and stuff like that. One, I mean, there's one person that might have a Sporty. There might be one MOA bully somewhere. I know there is a guy. He does have a super, and that is the only one for a considerable distance from here. We don't have the terrain for it, honestly. Our terrain is not. It wouldn't be a challenge to do it. Now, I do want to build one. I want to build a Sporty because King Missouri, Crawlapalooza, like they have Sporty MOA and stuff like that at those events, and I want to do one. It's a whole nother world. And some people still just like, I mean, the scale part of it still, versus the Sporty and stuff like that, and different rule sets and stuff like that. I don't, of course, I don't run a wide tire. What tire do you run? Now I do know these ProLine tires too. Some of them they seem to fit better in there as well. So I just, especially on the J Concepts, they fit perfect with a dual stage foam and these tuning discs. And I don't know how many times I've probably put different wheels on this before I figure out what I'm actually putting these wheels on a truck. And we got the base cam. Customer said was going to try 2.2 5.4 ProLine STL Super Solvers, but I don't know what other tires would be a good try. Mine are being custom made. So as far as out of the bag, 2.2 tires in that size, it's limited. That's about it. Or I think Pitbull Berserker makes a small 2.2 tire. I think it's like 5 or 5.1 inches tall. But foam setup on that foam setup for that tire is pretty tricky, and the tire takes a bit to break in. Sometimes you might not have the patience for the break in with that tire. But yeah, as far as that size area, you're pretty well limited. There's only a couple. What size is this? The Traxxas Canyon Trail 2.2 is a 5.3 tall tire. That is what's on the Kiddos Class 3 truck. And honestly, like the Canyon Trails, cut Canyon Trail tires are an excellent tire. Canyon Trails, as far as RTR tires go, I think Canyon Trails are the best performing RTR tire, for sure. Especially you cut the lugs out, they become a pretty powerful tire. Dang it, I want to have this on the other side. But yeah, as far as other than that, yeah, you're very limited on that unless custom. Like I said, mine I've been needing to order mine for a while, and I got mine ordered shortly after Nationals. So, which he got swamped with orders after Nationals too, and I knew that was going to happen. So I was like, I'm in no hurry. So just whenever works for me. How much did this set of the tires, custom tires? About because you're getting 3 sets of tires is what you have to purchase. Most time I'll have about one something. I'd have to look what I actually paid. Somewhere around 130. Which, yeah, for to be done right and in that area. And I tried it before. Not my thing. I don't have the patience for it. I didn't have the time for it either. I've been busy after Nationals between getting other things done, but also work and other stuff. So I've been very busy, and I know those tires are going to be exactly what I want. So it was worth it. And it helps support other people in the hobby. So that's another part I'm all about, supporting people. Chris, I just finished my 2.2 G-Shot, but I love my Sucker Punch Sporty, but it's still a night and day difference. Yes, it is. And they are night and day difference. Ooh, you might have seen pictures of that too. If you know about Sporties and stuff, I will be messaging you for questions, because I do want to build one just for some of the other events. I just haven't been around to it. It's like you said, night and day, but it is a different world too. Alex, what bumpers do I use on my rigs? So for my comp trucks, they are all custom bumpers, or at least the front bumpers are. I made the front bumper for my Class 1. Our local friend Josh made the Class 2, made the bumpers for my Class 2 and 3 and the Kiddos Class 2 and 3. Rear bumper on Class 1 is, I have a Team Garage Hack bumper. Their adjustable one, which is super awesome. Titanium. Class 2, I think I have an IERC single bar bumper in the rear there. And Class 3, I made both front and rear bumpers there. For like scale trucks and stuff, then like this one, IERC, like if I'm putting like a scale build or something like that, or just simple bumpers, IERC makes top-notch stuff. So I would never not recommend one of their bumpers for anything. I even use their bumpers on my comp trucks many times for a long time. They're mine are great. Rub it in. I'm using your tires until I get here. No, it'd be better with your tires. Wheels. I need to order them. They have gold ones still in stock. I think I need to order some. Chris, I run my Sporty, my Whitetown, MOA. Now the G-Shot will join the club. I'll send you some pics and specs on Sporty. Yes, thank you very much. Much, much appreciated. Yeah, super. I've wanted to try for a while. I think I was going to do like I know one of the easier ones would be like a capper, just take a capper and swap stuff over. I thought about that just to kind of get started. Like that, I know there's several chassis and stuff that work for swapping stock capper stuff over. Obviously, I would get rid of that the crap transmission that the capper comes with, but just a nice simple 3-gear, something like that. Or I even looked. I just don't know. I said I'm not that into it. I've looked at a bully several times for an MOA. I just don't know if that is a good starter to get going and then go from there. Capper Sporty would be good. That's kind of what I was. That's what I was thinking. I mean, something along those lines. Someday, I don't know. We'll see. I have several. I have enough projects right. Actually, I mean, after the base camp and I build his Phoenix. Actually, I think I'm caught up. Honestly, on build a while, which is good and sad all at the same time. Maybe I'll have to buy a basher again. I haven't had a basher in a while. Third, you can use it, but you have to buy me the gunmetal wheels. I can't. My MOA is Bully 2 is on Bully 2 axles, but upgraded gearbox and whatnot. Okay, good to know. So yeah, there are the dual stage, and these are the hump tires still because again I like this tire a lot. So it's ought to be a pretty good start on the base camp when it gets here. We'll do some. Actually, I'll stay there. We'll do some wheel swapping. These wheels and stuff will probably go to his truck. Move some stuff around. I said I'll work. I'm gonna do some. Gonna step out of my realm on some painting and whatnot. For the other stuff. Something else I was. Ooh, we did get this. You guys see me post on social media, but we did get one of the carry-all backpacks, the G-Speed edition there, and it is freaking awesome. I've wanted one of these for a while, and then we're hanging out with Gabe and everything at Nationals, and seeing it in person, everything was super cool. And the wife was checking out. She knows these style of backpacks a lot from climbing and stuff like that, so she knew they were really nice bags, and she bought me this one. So that was super awesome because I wasn't expecting to pre-order for a little bit more, and then it launched, and she's like, "Oh, we'll just." And so she got me the backpack. Super excited. Naturally, got patches on there. Scout Nationals. There on yours doesn't count because you didn't go. Baby Yoda, Mandalorian action there, and some other good things. And Earl's RC lanyards hooked me up with some straps there, a couple extra straps for everything else. So overall, super excited. I think it's awesome. I have so much crap in there now. It's so much room for activities. King RC Outlaws checking in. How's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Chris, RC 4-wheel drive now making Bullet 2 super axles for a cheaper option to build. A super will be next. Okay, nice. I'm gonna start looking in that. Carlos, down the table is clear. What's up with the 606? It is no more. It is gone. I just different projects. I didn't drive it like ever. and I'd stole most of the electronics and everything else out of it for other projects. So we just finished it off. Like I said, Skittles, the Rift is going too. Making a deal, probably get it finished up this weekend and get it shipped out too. So I said some crazy times. I like the build part of it a lot. Like I really like building. So when it comes down to it, you know, stuff moves. It was kind of a fast, kind of spur of the moment deal. Like I was contemplating it, and then someone was mentioning it local here, specifically looking for one. So it stayed local. So that's another thing. So don't have to worry. RC no, totally forgot. While we were all there, there was just so much going on. Like I forgot a ton of things and people that I was supposed to do. A couple of little things I was supposed to do while I was there. It was just the whole event, but there was so much going from start to finish. Chris, I found that I build more than I drive. No, I do. I do drive a lot. I drive every weekend I can, which is every weekend. But yeah, I like the building. I like sitting down, building, taking it out, modifying stuff. All that, and move on. Like the base camp. I like the base camp because that's going to be, like I said, I was really excited about that because it's a cheaper option for me to start in, put the stuff I want on it, and then it's a better option to get to the more optimal performance level than starting with a regular 10.3 and stuff like that. So I'll build it, I'll drive it for who knows how long, and then if I like it, it stays. If I don't, it goes and I start another build. Still need to do an SCX6 build, but that's for another time. Scott, what's up? Super bummed. I couldn't go to Clash of Cardinals. Oh, dang. Last minute, too. That event, I think it looks like it's going to be a good time. I am definitely putting that on the calendar for next year. That or Beat the Creek. Clash of Cardinals, I have to fly because I'm not driving that far. Kentucky, I can drive. So, we'll see. I am going to go to California next year to see Dave at the shop and everything like that. So that'll be on the agenda for next year for sure. Just don't know when, but other events will help play into that too. So, but man, that really sucks. I know you were looking really excited to go into Cardinals. We were talking about that at Nationals. Carlos, you should hold an auction on stuff you want to get rid of. That stuff, we talked and got rid of the Night Runner. I just let people pitch in and kind of waffle it off there, local, just to get it out, and it went to another good friend. So I don't know. I don't generally mess with shipping too often unless it is someone that I specifically know or have been in contact with for quite some time. I've been bit myself. Like I feel bad. Like I ship something and it gets lost and there's nothing I can do about it. Even with insurance, stuff like that, sometimes it just ends up being a loss and it hurts everybody involved. I wish I could make a course near me closer than. I mean, you can always make a small. Depends on where your area is. You can make a small course. Even just a little section, a couple bags of Quickcrete, some sticks. You can auction my RC full drive. We could probably. You know what? Dude, we could try to at the event. We could try to for the cash comp. We could try to do something with that at the cash comp. See how many people want to buy a ticket for it, and then boom, right then and there. Call it good. And I do want that thing. I don't have anything to give you or sell. But yeah, Crawley, you can. I've been needing to build an area here too, but at this point, I'm not doing anything here. Air cap's easy enough to drive for me, and plus, it is about that time to start looking and getting new house and stuff lined up. So I'm just gonna wait at this point. When I get a new house, I will build a area specifically for. I will build a specific course, so I will have an actual nice room for this type of stuff and everything, so I can have a good area. Who's gonna bid on Josh Howard's Ripper? Man, I missed that last Ripper on one of those the waffle pages. They did that Ripper, and I missed out on that one too. I knew it was gonna get posted, and then I got busy, and then by the time I saw it was posted, the tickets were gone. Now that's a deal right there. I still want to buy a Ripper. That someday there will be a Ripper on the shelf someday. I said earlier this summer there was a guy, Oklahoma local guy, posted his Ripper. He was going to 7. That was a heck of a deal. I should have just did it, but it was probably for the best. I can wait and figure that stuff out later. So I'm just taking a look at this real quick. There's ice cream in the fridge. So yeah, so there's videos on this DSC and stuff like that, and feedback and everything on them seem to be pretty good. So I wanted to pick one up. Let's see here, size wise. Oh no. So size wise here, compared to a 1080, very, very similar. Maybe just a touch taller, but wires all there is okay. I think this was the part that people didn't like, was the power switch, and I see that now. Okay, so receiver switch. So yeah, this thing apparently has Bluetooth ability to tune and stuff like that. So question is, would I drive it in a comp? Depends on the comp. I mean, I'm spending that much on. I'm probably gonna drive it, or I'll at least have extra panels, like nice shelf queen panels, and then bashing panels. Because the rest of it, I mean, axles are gonna get used anyway, and you can always clean and recoat axles, so that's not a huge deal. Ooh. I mean, yeah, it depends on the comp. I mean, like a class 2, definitely not, because it's not a performer, it's not a competitive truck. But like stockish class or something like that, probably. Or like a 1.9 hill climb, probably. That part would be pretty sweet. So yeah, so we were gonna try. As I said, I've been wanting to try this for a while. So we will, whenever the base can gets here and I pull that stuff out, we will try this in there, and probably I think I have an extra reedy motor we'll throw in there and get it going. Just see how all that is, and then like I said, I'm waiting on some of the X2s to come in stock. I need to get some of those, and another Axis motor coming as well. Because one, I would just like to have those on standby, because those are good motors. I should hopefully be getting another style of ESC, one of the Silent Assassin ESCs. Hopefully get all that fixed up this weekend and get one of those coming as well. and then we will try that. Most likely that will go in the Class 3 because I have no room in the Class 3 for anything else than super small, tiny ESCs. Sucker Punch chassis, deluxe hamburger, deluxe wheels, full brass titanium, Capra axles, wild overdrive gears, Micro X brushed. It's not too decked out. I like it. That sounds super badass. I'm not even gonna lie. I like it. I might have to. You're swinging me that way. But in other news, anyone else, anything else new and exciting out there? Anything else new? People building? Oh, let me take this body off. I haven't cleaned this truck since this weekend. Like I mentioned, it was really muddy, and I haven't cleaned anything. I should probably do that. We did get the pink V3 rails in right in time before Gabe and everybody headed out to Clash of Cardinals there, and went ahead, and I was just kind of happy it got here, and so I just kind of put everything together. And I was like, I probably should have saved this until tonight, but we got it all together. Everything looked great because we also got that, and then there's also the new Team G Speed titanium roof racks as well. Do have another one right here. That is not on. That still doesn't work. But anyway, you get the picture. All good there. Nice, lightweight, nice and small. So everything there works good. Got mine. Got two of them. One of my Class 1, Class 2, and Class 1. And the last one there, we'll put on the kiddos Class 2. I put mine on first. I got mine first by like substantial, by like 24 plus hours. Got mine first. I just had other things to do. What body is that? This is a severely lightly cut Hilux body. Lightly trimmed Hilux body. It passed. That's all that mattered. It passed tech. That suspension cycle looked awesome. Yeah. So I did also change this before. It had 90 millimeter in the works big bore shocks on it, which are awesome. But since I went Portal, I got a set of 80 millimeter shocks for it, and I like it. Didn't mean this, but it's from the bench. The real world is totally different, but I've finally been able to get a truck to balance, and I was excited. My Class 3 is balanced. It will balance on 1.9s and 2.2s. It's even more so, oddly enough. Yeah, but yeah, these, and I did this weekend with the 80 millimeter shocks. Yeah, I already had them on. They're on. I had these on this weekend already, right? And it did amazing. Yes, I already had them. So, yeah, super excited for that. Like I said, I probably should get another set of 80 millimeters for the Class 1 as well, since it's Portal, but at the same time, with Team Garage Hack axles on the loom, we'll wait and see. But also at the same time, Super Shafty they're also new axles out. So there's new axles everywhere, and I want all of them. So it's quite a conundrum. So the Super Shafty axles, which prototype was at Nationals first to see, or the at least printed version of it. So they're they're in between 10.3 and a Capra, which for Class 2 should be an absolute sweet spot. Because I know a lot of people do like Capra axles in Class 2, but it's hard to get everything in there. It's hard to get everything tucked. That width, everything should be good. So I do still plan on getting a set of those as well. I'll just end up building all the trucks because there's so many axles. I just have to just keep building stuff. Clearance. RC Steven. It was awesome watching other YouTube pages. That was at Nationals. It was easy spotting your trucks and stuff. Yeah, that was. There was definitely a lot of people there. I know Joe from XOKRC was doing lots of video and stuff like that. Deadhead RC was videoing, and of course Harley and Josh, they were videoing there. Everyone was actually super cool to talk to and meet everybody in person too. That was pretty awesome. Oh, Chris, you were talking about Pew Pew recently picked me up a SIG AR-10 308 2-tone. Oh, I want an AR-10 something fierce. I want to build a truck Pew Pew, like tiny. I don't. I have a full-size Smith MP15, and I love the gun, and it's a super solid gun for coyotes and basic stuff like that, or just having fun. AR-10 is always something in the wish list, but honestly, the gun I've wanted for so long has been a lever action 30-30. Love it. I love them. I've just never actually had one, and definitely want to get one sometime. Nice gold brass finish, and call it. There, only because the post office. It's because they knew you weren't ready for it there. You weren't ready for the pink rails. Buckshot. What body do I run on C1 and C2, C3? So we can put this away now because this is. I don't think we any more comments on this one. I don't think I can. Oh, before I do that, one question here. Cross the 80mm give enough space from frame to axle. It is I mean, they're there. I mean, it's close. Like I don't like a whole lot of super flex. I don't like a whole lot of that. I like my truck to be planted. Yes, it does need to move, and it will move, but I like to say planet. This is, if it could be totally wrong from what I'm supposed to do, but I like this, and this is how I've driven. Now, on the front, I mean, it's all sitting basically right on top of it. I'll answer you back. And we'll get over to you real quick. Buck. Oh no. Chris, are you ever going to pick up a Weapon X? Honestly, I mean, if I did, it would have to be just for fun. It's not something that I could compete with because I am a driver for G-Speed. So competition-wise, I do run those. The only other chassis I think I would be okay with would be Team Garage chassis. But, I mean, I've seen the Weapon X many times. It is super sweet. And it is super capable truck. So, super awesome there. Buckshot here. So, for Class 1, we changed it up significantly. For the longest time, it has been my Hilux. It's been my Golden Trooper Class 1 all the way through. And we still have the body. So if I ever decide to, it goes right back on. Not a problem there. Still have the body and all that stuff. But oh no. After Nationals, I did change it up. We went with the F350. Here this time just to try. I like the wheelbase. It's the same wheelbase basically as the Hilux there, but I had a few other things I like the clearance here in that front bumper area, stuff like that. So gave it a try, or we're going to give it a solid try. So far taking it out, it's been very good. I said I just want to get some more time on it, stuff like that. And so far doing pretty good. Thin Digital streams of content help me loads build and build more capable rigs. Even though I don't compete, still sit out. Gates helps the challenge and gauge what the truck can actually do. Absolutely. And thank you for the support. I'm glad the videos do help. I mean, a lot of it is just me babbling and rambling on, or just building and doing weird things, but they do seem to help at times. And yeah, even if you don't compete, setting up gates and stuff like that, again, yeah, just to see what your trucks can truly do, and put you in good driver situations, because you can go out and crawl and your truck can do all kinds of things. But when those gates are placed, it changes things. Because those gates do change, your line, your vision, stuff like that. So, nice, Chris. I like that one too. Carlos, well, you're the captain. I will have to try it on my fingers. Here you go. Yeah, 80 millimeter. Okay, yeah, I get what you're saying now. I missed the one. And back to your other one here for class 3. This is G-Buck. This is a bug truck that I made, and it is my ugly little duckling, and it has the best googly eyes ever. So, and it is almost done. Only missing pieces for the class 3 to finish off the matching and everything for it. Now, this truck has gone over extremely well. It is a super fun truck, and it's been a blast of a build. Customer C, would you run a rear bumper on a C2 with a cliffhanger? And yeah, you can. I do like running front and rear bumpers just because it's points. If points are a thing, no, you don't necessarily have to. But again, I do like that bumper. Depends on the body you're using. If you come off of something and that body just snags or catches, then you're stuck, where your bumper might just help you slide past it just a little bit better. But up to you. There, it's also super expensive. Yes, it is. But it is a fun hobby. It's what we do. Mick, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. We're just listening while working. Finally started posting some builds and stuff on Instagram. What camera to use for my running video? Everything is done on my iPhone, and where my GoPro is. Well, this is actually Jake's GoPro, but I think that's only like a GoPro like 7. Like, it's an older, in GoPro years, it's old, but it works still really well. It has a touchscreen, and I have a GoPro Session as well. So mostly it is all still done, everything on the phone, just because it's easier to on the phone and then edit stuff or send stuff from my phone to the iPad to edit everything. And plus, these cameras and everything on here are ridiculous. So, Chris recently picked up my Ender 3 V2 and fell in love with printing. Nice. Theron does all my printing, so, and he does great, and he has far more patience with a lot of that stuff than I know I would. But the thing I want to invest in, and I've said it, I don't know, for however long, Cricut. I want one to help make some stencils for painting and stuff like that, but also get some decals made. It'd be nice to make some of the decals, but in like colors, like flat black, to just blend in better. Or I do have some form of a logo. It would be nice to get a couple actual stickers for me made. And then everybody wants some stickers, we can send some stickers out. So that will probably, at some point, that will be a purchase. I really just need to quit pushing it off. Now that I have a lot of stuff really caught up build-wise, I probably can just take a 1 week break on getting stuff for them and just get one. It'd be just fine. So digital, what you're saying here. So mine, I do have a GoPro mount on the bottom of my rugged. So with the GoPro, it is nice because the GoPro is always that nice wide angle. So I can just sit here and work with this. But I also have on the GoPro mount is a phone adapter, so I can put my phone in here as well. So I can phone or GoPro right here on the transmitter work pretty good. I do like to need. I know they make the arm. I need to get the arm so I can maybe put it up here so I can do a little bit better. Because Theron was my witness the other day, like testing this thing out. It is the video for. It's the first running video in my overview on this one, going up that big back rock ledge there. Now that is a line that I've been trying to. I've done it a couple times, but truly just conquer it. And I was sitting there messing around, and boop, boop, and the truck did it, and we're like, oh yeah. So then I turned my phone on, and we worked. Couldn't get it. And finally he's like, it's because you're trying to watch and that. So he took the phone, and then bloop, 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 we were good to go. But yeah, that's how I do it. Most of mine right there is like that. Because I wish I could get a little CNC cutter from RC so I could design stuff like winch mount or something like that. Yes, that's another thing I've looked at. And some of those small CNC tables actually aren't too bad priced. Some of them would do, like acrylic or carbon fiber, that's all I would need to do. I don't need metal or anything like that. But that would also be something cool, or even just something to like do like more roof rack type of stuff. But all in good time. Chris picked up a cricket silhouette. We have there's crickets here. It's twice, but I'm free to use it. Oh. But yeah, like you're saying, about $300 to $500 for a simple home CNC table. That's pretty sweet. That would be a good investment for sure. Then gotcha. What to say with a selfie stick? You can say like 3 feet for close-ups. Yeah, that I think I do have a stick. I do have a selfie stick that I keep in the bag. I don't when I'm walking. I need 2 more. I need to just get some different tripods and stuff and set them all over. But yes, that I have done that before, and yes, it is a pain in the butt. I've tripped over myself trying to get a shot like that before. Yeah, I've been doing the stick on the transmitter. I find I walk away from the shot. Wider view would be what I need, plus better skill. Yeah, the wider view, that's one thing, like on this one, when it wasn't even this one, but the one before that came up with the wide angle. That was game changer for that wide angle. And GoPro still have an even wider angle there, and you can even change that with just the lenses and stuff. So definitely wide angle helps on these shots a lot, especially trying to drive stuff like that. You haven't convinced me on the Basecamp kit. When you get yours, please get a video in stock form. Yeah, that's what. Well, one second. Coast to Coast RC, how's it going? How's the bug bill coming along? Thanks for tuning in. It is coming along. Broke some axle shafts last weekend, taking it out, but we're back and running. I'm actually just going to pull these tires off for now because this is going to be 2 trucks. Switching, we're sharing his tires right now until I get the feel of them, until mine get here. But it's come along. It's ugly, but it works, and it's a blast. But yeah, I'm trying to decide. Like, I know I want to take it out in like stock form and stuff like that. At the same time, there's already so many videos of it out in a stock form. I guess that probably would be. It just because I know I wouldn't be able to do all the video, go out, do that, come home, change everything out, and then go again. All in the same day. So it'd be over multiple weekends. And truly, that's not always the most accurate. Yes, you'll be able to see it can do lines better, but from one weekend to the next right now, like last weekend, it was really nice. And then this week so far, we've hit mid 90s. I think we even hit triple digits one day already. We skipped spring. We went straight from winter to summer. No spring at all. And actually, that was the reason we skipped one of the live streams. We did have tornadoes here 2 weeks ago. Went through Andover, which is just east on Wichita. You can't tell when you stop driving through Wichita and Andover. So I was actually filming video for one of these. I don't remember which one I was filming. I was filming one of them, and I was trying to do another, putting something together. And I was filming, and then the sirens went off. So naturally, I went outside and had to check and stay on the porch for a little bit. But once the sirens went off and the weather, when the tornado actually did hit Andover, and I did continue to come in here and work on RCs, but I turned the video off. I stopped recording, just had the door open so I could hear the sirens and stuff like that. So yeah, that was actually not a good one. That was it was like 30 years. It was just the 30-year anniversary from the last major tornado that hit Andover when I was a wee little tyke. So it was yeah, it had just been the 30-year anniversary, and then that Friday went right through the town. It tore the YMCA. There's gone houses. Luckily, last night, no deaths, which was very good. There were some injuries, a couple severe, but no deaths. So that was very, very good. But it was the video. I think if you're on my personal, I've shared some of the video. It was there were some crazy shots, and it was daylight still, so everything was in view. There's a video from a gas station, and there's a Dillon's and whatever, and there's a tornado just right down the street like it's nothing. So yeah, that was another reason I didn't do the last live stream, is because the weather was severe and we had just had a tornado, so I just kind of chilled. But yeah, that last tornado hit while I was filming, but there should have been more video over the bug as far as building and one of the bodies. I was doing a cutting bot video on the Jeep, but whether I stopped, I didn't feel, I wasn't recording anymore after that. I still worked on the RC cars, but I needed to hear the sirens. So Raymond, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Use a GoPro, get a head and chest mount. Yeah, I do. I have all those. When I do the cash comp videos, I do have a head cam on for those. I know some people don't like that video, but I mean, that is the best way for me as a driver to get the video of me as I'm driving. You're seeing the hands, you're seeing the lines I'm seeing. So from that perspective, I figured that was the best way to give that perspective. On your 6x6, how to do the rear drive shaft? Mine was just the stock axial 6x6. Made it 6-wheel steer, and then just AR-44s, which is what GoPro's transported at the car, and you'll capture something. Exactly. The GoPro is going to capture something. Chris, I've actually had on the map too to put it out and just have it in tracking mode, so I'll follow the truck. So you're saying I have to buy a drone? That's all I heard. So I'm good with that one. I've thought about that because I wasn't sure which levels and stuff I need. I don't need to go crazy, but just enough to have like that tracking would be pretty sweet. Coast to Coast RC looks fun to drive. Yes, it is. It is a blast to drive. And it is a whole new build, so I am getting used to a lot of things on it, especially when I put the tutus on, stuff like that. I'll get done. But I still haven't even driven my Phoenix. You need to drive that Phoenix. That thing's a blast. I'm working on getting ready to start work on a second one. Because Varsity, Illinois is the same way. It went from 40 to 50 to 90. Yeah, it was cold. Like I remember, those videos, I had a hoodie on in here. It was chilly. And then, yeah, it was hot. Thanks for the info, guys. Sucks when you know you nailed a good line and they go through and it's just the front wheel. Many times. I feel you. I feel the pain. That's when you know it's addiction. When the tornado on the street, you keep wrenching. Yeah. I said it's been a while. For that. Oh, Blank RC, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in, man. Much appreciated. But yeah, I said tornadoes. I mean, Midwest, we know it. I've spent my entire life in Tornado Alley. So, I mean, my first tornado was my first major tornado was the first Andover tornado 30 years ago. It put softball size hail through our house. Like our house was literally destroyed. It looked like Swiss cheese. And then 10 years later, we had the big F4 that went through. Actually, it's 200 feet from where my house is now. F4 come right up through, right up I-35, through Hayesville, so where I went to school and everything like that. So, I mean, I've seen my fair share of significant tornadoes. It has been a few years now, and I don't mean this in like a bad way, but I mean it has been almost overdue. Like weather, nature, like it has its patterns. It does stuff. Like you need the storms to offset. If your area goes too long, like we had docile summers for a long time, and these past few summers have just been murder. Winters, same. Like it's, weather has its own pattern. But yeah, like I said, that was also an early start, honestly, for here as far as severe tornadoes. So I do expect it to be a pretty significant storm season. But yeah, like I said, Midwest, I've spent my whole life here in Tornado Alley. Midwest, we know. The tornado sirens go off. We go outside, we look, and then we're like, "Ooh, okay, we should go to the cellar or the basement." But to see them in person, I mean, obviously, I never wish anything bad to happen to anybody. But tornadoes are, what's the proper, dangerously beautiful, I guess would be a way to put it. Just the power and the strength that tornado puts out. It's breathtaking to see it in person and that amount of power. And then, I mean, the destruction that generally follows with a tornado. It's a lifetime experience. And like I said, luckily, this one was good. No deaths, nothing like crazy like that. Lots of houses gone, but my rear shaft popped out. Okay, so that was if you have the axial one, that was a problem. There were two of the mid shafts in the box. There was a longer one, and it came with the short one. You need to pull the short one out and put a longer one in. That was, if it was the stock axial one, that was a problem out of the box. You would drive along and the drive shaft would just fall out in the rear. It came with the longer one in the bag. So you just swapped it out. It was just weird that it had the short one in there that fell out. The correct one was in the bag. Can't imagine living with tornadoes. You guys in windy states are hardcore. Here in the Pacific Northwest, it's a lot of rain and 5 megaton volcano you can see from Walmart. Well, yeah, that volcano, that does some things. But yeah, the wind here, is pretty. Wind here is always intense. But one thing with the Midwest, like we always say it, if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. It'll change. Let's think about trying a head or chest GoPro from my phone mount. Yep. I mean, yeah, you could do that with the right mount, they all fit. Like I use the GoPro on the head mount just because my phone is heavy. It doesn't stay up. Hound Stuff, thanks for tuning in. Yes, you got in before it ended. Close, because I am going to wrap it up here soon. But yes, you did make it before it was ended. Don't have any, so I'm making my own. Oh, then yes, and if you have any extra drive shafts or anything like that, you can always pull them out, cut them down. If you have anybody like 3D prints, I think there's a 3D print for the wild boar to just make a straight piece without like the center deal. So then you can just print it and then cut it to whatever length you want. We'll hear in Seattle, we'll go back and forth. Winter, summer. Yes, I know the feeling. It's not uncommon to have all 4 seasons in the same day here. I've seen it. Customer see what drive shafts do I like to use? Incisions, wild boars, element axles, or element drive shafts. Super Shafty makes their custom ones too. Deluxe makes drive shafts as well. So yeah, I think all my comp trucks have incisions on them, and one wild boar on the rear here because it is a long drive shaft on the rear here. So that it's got a bit of a wheelbase to it. Yeah, exactly. Then it's on your head. So when you're looking, that head cam is where it needs to be. Hound Stuff. Well, funny you should mention. The Rift is actually being sold. And it's actually probably going to get boxed up and shipped out this weekend. So yes, it is sad. It was a super fun build and it was a freaking blast. But built it and everything was good, and it's still super fun. Then when I got the BGR Wraiths and stuff and how built up and stuff they are, I can do both things with the BGR Wraith, whereas the Rift was just a point and shoot truck. But so yeah, it is staying here in the Midwest. I will actually see it at the next couple events. It will be at King, Missouri, and at Crawlapalooza. So I will definitely see it again. But yes, the Rift will actually be gone. The Brazen, yes, you're gonna have to find a super long drive shaft for the rear on the Brazen. Carson, bit of both, parts and cash in on that deal, because it was. We've seen the build video. It is a significant build. There is a significant financial investment in that truck. So, yeah, good guy. He's got some parts and stuff that I was looking for, just hunting. So, a bit of a split deal. So, I think it all is working out really, really good. That's right. Got to move through once. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I can always, if I want to build another Rift, I'll just build another Rift. Said I enjoy the building part of it so much. I'll build them, and then when I get to the point where I just don't drive them, like I don't like to necessarily have shelf queen trucks. So it's the point where I just don't drive them on a regular basis, or even like if I specifically take it to an event and then I don't drive it at that event, like, well then why do I? It just sits here. Someone else will enjoy this and get plenty of use out of it. So we'll move on. I'm still waiting on how much Captain America's. Well, it is just the body now, but that body is staying because in case I can't stand driving that truck, we'll go back. And plus, I am trying to get some other videos and stuff lined out. As far as ideas on videos and stuff, I've kind of been at brick wall on like what next video stuff to do. I mean, I am going to try to do some on a base camp. I do like that. I will try to take it out stock first, see what it's all about. I don't need to do a full unboxing because there's pages of full unboxings. But then maybe go, well, some upgrades that it does help that I think are necessary for 10.3s. And then, of course, there will be upgrades that I do because why not go excessive right off the bat? You can't even say the word for it. Nope. But also working, I'm trying to do a little work as far as designing an actual web page, not like a sale page, but I have a pretty good idea that I think would just help, especially newer people or like keeping track of a build or building a build. So I'm working on that. I haven't coded or written stuff in a very long time. So I'm trying to work myself back through the paces of getting all that done and trying to bring it back to memory. So I am trying to work on something. Hopefully it turns into something. If it ends up being too much faster, unfortunately, it's just going to have to go to the waste. But I don't even think I've been on there in a long time. He has a forum and stuff on there. No. This one has a few other things on it. It is going to cater. That would be pretty cool too. Some forums, some tips, tricks, stuff like that, basic stuff. I could probably write up far more stuff than I can talk and speak about stuff. It's no problem to write something up. I've had to do tons of write-ups for tons of modifications, truck one-to-one stuff. I do tons of write-ups for that type of stuff already. So doing write-ups is one thing I could do pretty honestly easy. Just bloop, bloop to there. But the video, yeah, I'm kind of at a loss. Maybe go back to the beginning, like maybe a few steps on choosing some beginning parts, differences here and there. So anyway, we will work on that as it comes, and hopefully this other thing does start to take shape. I have to contact quite a few people and get some info and some permissions from. So we will see how all that does. Anyways, I am going to wrap this one up. I do have some stuff I do need to finish up here and make sure homework and everything else has been done by the kiddo. So, boom. A set of Vanquish aluminum axles used. Oh, for what? What do we... May have to catch me in on that, Carlos. I know I missed. I think. I mean, I'm always... Yeah. But anyways, as always, everyone have a great one. Thanks for tuning in. Love hanging out with everybody. Even if we just sit here and we chat for an hour and a half, it is a great time. I enjoy every bit of it. So again, everyone, thanks for tuning in. As always, have a great one and crawl on. Night, everybody.